Welcome to Faces of Parkinson's. I'm your host, Robert Cochran, and I'm joined by Arlon today from the Healing Project. Arlon, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Hey, Arlon, I got to know you a little bit through friends down in Texas, which led me to believe you were from Texas, but in fact you're not. You are from what part of New York again?
I'm in Tappan, New York. It's on the borderline of New Jersey and New York, about half an hour from Manhattan, New York City.
Great. And it sounds like where you met Gavin at the World Parkinson Congress. Briefly about that, was that a good meeting opportunity? What was that like, that experience up there in Portland?
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff. And that was my second World Parkinson Congress, which is the world's biggest, I guess, gathering of professionals, researchers, patients, warriors, you name it. And I happen to have been in the same workshop as Gavin at a round table there. And I overheard him talk about a modality that I knew of pretty well. And so I went to seek him out and said, hey, what do you know about this? And that was the place of that kind of exchange, where you just kind of talk about each other's symptoms and what you've done to kind of beat it down. And so that's how I met him, and that's kind of how we all move forward.
That's fantastic. Well, I look forward to hearing more about that, and we'll certainly discuss that offline too. But the World Parkinson Congress is one of my goals for 2019. Are you planning to go to Kyoto?
You know, I am making plans now to try to get there. You know, I originally wasn't going to go, but I feel like I want to go, and so I've got to form a kind of a plan to get there and to do it, you know, like we all do, and a plan to see how I can best be part of the Congress, to see how I can best contribute and get there, and you know, kind of it's something I got to plan for sure.
Great. Well, look forward to that. So I want to talk more about the Healing Project. You mentioned briefly your background to me with music, but also you were diagnosed in 2010, if I'm correct, yes? And
Correct.
this was something to get you going to basically take the disease by the horns and say, I'm going to attack this thing head on. Give me the roundabout on the Healing Project and how it incorporates with music as well.
Yeah. Well, it's when you it's kind of like happened about 5 minutes after the diagnosis. I said, okay, I got to do something here, and you know, I'm project oriented, and I just started getting together and gathering together knowledge, information, networks, you name it. Just started putting together what I could do to help, because doctors weren't going to do it for me. It's the kind of, you know, Parkinson's is the kind of challenge where it's really something you take on in your heart and in your soul. You can have as many appointments as you want with doctors, but really you've got to. They are part of your team for sure, but you've got to sort of assemble a team, a project-oriented kind of attack to beat down this thing. That's the only way I've seen that you can possibly do it, because you can't do it yourself. You can't. It's not just something that medicine can do. It's something. It's attitude. It's many things. It's love, attitude, family, friends, medicine to a degree, and so it's a project like that. And doing music as much as I do, and having had a video that they showed at the World Parkinson Congress in 2013 that made the rounds quite a bit, I felt as though that was a way I could contribute to inspire, to help change people's perceptions of what Parkinson's is, and to march forward, kind of doing what I did, keep doing what I do, and keep working at making myself better as I go.
That's fantastic, and I really understand and appreciate that approach about it taking a village. There is a disease response from many people that says, you know, pills or doctors are going to be my path for many, but from what I've heard, similar to what you're saying, that this is much more an attack and an active-oriented process that is going to be whether or not you have success, yes?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it's taken that, and it will continue to do so.
Great. So reaching out to other people, what has that done for you in terms of, because I know some people's response is to isolate. They're fearful, they're shameful, they're scared. What has been the difference for you, and how quickly were you able to reach out, or did you have that period of isolation?
I had the honeymoon period, I guess, for lack of a better name for it, where you sort of can carry on with what you were before the diagnosis, and there's sort of a gray zone there where you can sort of kind of carry on, and you don't really know what's coming. You just feel it one symptom at a time. Obviously, there were some symptoms to get you to the doctor and the diagnosis to begin with, but and the perception of what is normal by most people will continue for months or years even until people say, what's up with him, kind of thing. Uh, so yeah, that enables you to kind of keep it, your world closed and into your family and kind of and not even if your family may be aware of it, you may just want to keep it to yourself because you've got to process this. And I think everyone goes through that. I don't know if everyone comes out and gets the diagnosis and says, hey, everybody, I got PD and let's go beat it. I think we all get to that point eventually. For us, it's different for each one of us to have that process to go through to kind of to bear it out, find out how we're going to attack it. How I'm going to not be ashamed of it. How to let it be, part of me, but don't let it own me. There's all these questions that have to be answered by anybody who's who gets this diagnosis, and for all it's different for all of us. It's days, months, years. When you get to that point, you're at that point, and you blast out forward, and that's kind of what I've done.